Hello and welcome to the inaugural FeckWrest Touring Car League, only here on Gran Turismo Sport. I'll be your commentator across the races, and this is the first season, which will actually be only half a season, 4 events across Monza, Red Bull Ring, Spa and Brands Hatch. The season will work with a host of teams and independent drivers. And the way that will work is there'll be the standard driver standings, an individual independence league, and also the teams league, which will work for both drivers in their respective cars. So the first one at Monza, which we're here today to watch, will be followed a week later by Red Bull Ring, followed by Spa and then Brands Hatch. Let's have a little look at the teams who we've got lined up and entered into the first season. It's only half a season just to get things underway, and then we'll have a full season in about a month and a half's time to 2 months' time, where we'll have a full 8 race series. So in the teams selection then, we've got this is K-Tech Racing, who are running a couple of Subarus in the white and the red and the blue. One will be driven by Tomtech, aka Tom Foster, and the second Subaru will be run by Kieran Thomas. Let's have a look, see where he is. There's Kieran. He will be also in the white, red and blue, but with the gold wheels. They'll be able to tell the difference there. Secondly, in the teams, we have the VWs of Team 5 Promar. This is a German team with 2 drivers named Nico Clausen and Slebby, which is Sven Slebioda. In the Ford Mustangs, we have Team Craig, which is Craig Hodgson, aka Oggy, in the blue strip there, and we have Craig Kellett, aka Cold Racer. You'll see the 2 Craigs have been in the FeckWrest Wreckfest Racing League, and also the Brisker V8 Hot Stocks. In the Renaults then, we have Team Parker. This is Sam Parker and Darren Parker, and they will be in the multi-turquoise and purple Alpine Star sponsored Renault Megane trophies. Further down in the grid, we have the independents. This is Josh Hardy, aka Zeta Swifter. He will be running a single Renault Megane trophy in the white, turquoise and the black. Rob Pellet here will be the only one fielding a Hyundai Genesis, and talking to Rob earlier on, he decided to run the Hyundai because he likes to be different. He did struggle to choose a car very early on amongst testing because of performance, and nearly chose the Lexus, but decided to go with the Hyundai purely because it was a little bit different. And you'll be able to see Rob easily with the paintwork of the turquoise and the pink wheels. This here is Callum Baker. He's running a singular Subaru WRX. He will be running in a grey and red, aka Dung Beetle. The only Lexus in the field is being run by Dalby End, and this is looking a little bit plain at the moment because Dalby only entered into the series at the 11th hour and only rolled his car out literally today. Has had very little testing, so we're not expecting much from Dalby. Potentially going to be at the back for the first few races until he gets to grips with the cars. The rest of the guys have been testing across the last 2 weeks at all of the circuits, and from what we've seen so far, it looks to be that Craig Kellett is the quickest amongst the two Renaults also being very, very quick at Team Parker. Qualifying then went underway, and it was a bit of a messy affair. Everyone was a little bit nervous. Not everyone had been on the track at the same time together, and they found that it was difficult to get some space on the track, because of the fact that everyone was on the track. A lot of people went off, found the slipstream very difficult to get hold of, but eventually people got some laps in, and let's have a little look at our first grid for the first race of the first season. It's no surprise to see then we've got Craig Kellett in the Ford Mustang on the front row of the grid on pole position. Alongside him we've got Sam Parker in the Renault Megane. In row 2 we've got in the Renault Megane of Josh Hardy, a good qualifying for him, and also a good qualifying for the VW of Nico Clausen. On row 3 we've got Tom Foster and Kieran Thomas of K-Tech Racing right next to each other. On row 4 we've got Sven Slebioda of the VW Team 5 Pro Mile, and the other Renault of Team Parker, which is Dan Parker. On row 5 we've got Callum Baker in the Subaru WRX. Next to him we've got Rob Pellet in the Hyundai Genesis, and at the back row here we've got Oggy, which is Craig Hodgson, in the Ford Mustang, and we've got Dalby in the Lexus. Here we go then, race 1, season 1 at Monza. Craig Kellett is on the front row of the grid with Sam Parker in the Renault next to him. As they rev their engines, they're ready to go. And away we go. Good start from Craig Kellett, but an even better start from Tom Foster in the Subaru. As they all go down into the first corner, everyone's away. No one seems to be having any issues, which is good. Oh, bit of contact there by Josh Hardy. But I think everyone's quite safe. Yep. Let's have a look. It's pretty good, pretty safe. So it's Tom with Josh and with Craig Kellett into the second corner as they come round. Tom's on the inside of Josh, and they're going to go into the second chicane, and Josh has got the inside of Tom, and it's got a bit of contact there by Sam Parker, but it's all quite safe. Barriers going everywhere in the background. Let's have a look from Tom's view on the inside here. There's Josh looking pretty quick in that Renault with Sam behind him. Oh, Tom's off in the gravel. This is a great start from Josh. Josh has taken the lead ahead of Craig, and Josh has got it. The Independence the Independence racer for the Renault is Josh here, and he is leading. This is fantastic for Josh. I don't think he thought he'd be leading into the first race of the season, but Craig is on the behind him. He's got the slipstream, and he's overtaken him into the last corner now. This is fantastic from Josh. Oh, a little bit unsettled there, but he's kept it going. There's Tom and Sam now. They're quite close behind the two leaders here. As Sam's gone on the side there, they're side by side. Oh, bit of a shove. 4 of them are going to go into the corner together. Is it going to be ending in tears? No. Oh no, Josh is off. Unbelievable. He's outbraked himself. Josh has just gone off. He's going to be devastated by that. Oh, it's such a shame for Josh. He was doing so well. Down into 6th now behind Rob Pellet and Nico Clausen, who are having a good fight here for 4th and 5th. But let's have a little look at the replay of Josh going off there. Unfortunately, it looks like maybe Josh went into the corner a bit too keen and was late on the brakes. Yeah, too much power. Fortunately, that's what he had to do, otherwise he would have been going straight across the chicane. Josh has gone off again. I think he's got a little bit frustrated, maybe a little bit angry with himself, and he's lost his routine, and unfortunately he could potentially go down further down if he doesn't get himself together. Further down here we're having a bit of a fight between Sven Slebioda, Oggy. We've got Callum here, Kieran at the back, Kieran's struggling because he did qualify on 6th and he's down in 9th position, down with Darren Parker and Sven here. So I'm not sure what's going on with them. Let's find out where Dalby is. Oh, there's Dalby. Unfortunately, as we said, he's not had much time in the car, so he's struggling quite a bit. Let's watch Kieran with a bit of contact there with Craig and Darren. Oh, Craig sideways, big time. On board with Craig Oggy now as Darren Parker and Josh Hardy go past Callum like it was nothing. Oh, bit of contact. And again, there's Josh Hardy. Josh is off the track, he's spinning and he's off into the barriers. Josh Hardy, what is going on? He's having an absolute nightmare, Josh. This is really bad for him. 1 minute he was leading, the next he's nearly in last position, and he's down at the back of the grid and he's having a fight with Dalby here. That's disappointing for those two. Let's take a look at this again, and we're going to view this from Callum's point of view. So Darren Parker's on the inside there. Oh, K-Man. Oh, it's a bit messy, and then there's a bit of contact. Yeah, K-Man's there again, unfortunately, and ultimately Callum hits Josh, who goes off. For those two, for Josh. So the lead now is down between Craig, Sam, and Tom. The interesting thing about this is the three here are racing for one of the 4 teams. So we've got the Ford, the Renault, and we've got the Subaru. So this is going to be good for their points haul. With the races being 3 races, the guys have decided to go with the Super Softs in this first race, and with the second and the third race, each of the guys have to choose to have at least one of the races on hard tyres to make it a little bit fair and make it interesting. Now the hard tyre is very difficult. They was doing some testing, and they said the speed is not great on the hard tyres, so it would be interesting to see the tactics between them, how they choose the hard tyres and at what point, whether it's to get it out of the way, whether at the back of the grid, the front of the grid. We'll have a little look at race 2 when it happens, and we'll hopefully give you the information we can when we know what tyres are on what car. So Tom, Craig and Sam all going down side by side down the straight now, and Sam's on the outside, but he gets it, braking hard. Look at that, they're all fair, a little bit of push and shove, but nothing too aggressive. This is fantastic between the top 3. It's clean, it's fair, and it's entertaining to watch. Let's have a look on the inside of Craig's car. Oh, a little bit of a shove there, but again, bumping is fine. Robin's racing, as they say, as Craig is on the inside now into the corner, and Craig has nearly got it. He's got it on the inside of Tom here. Is it going to end in tears? Oh no, Tom's in the gravel though. And in the background, oh, there's Sam. Bit of a push. Hurry up, he says. I want to get past. So Tom's still leading, but it's ever changing between these 3. Further down the grid then, there's Rob. There's Nico. Oh, Darren looks like he's lost it there. We'll have a look at the replay potentially there to see what happened. Kieran up into 7th position now, so he's doing not too bad. He's going to hopefully overtake Darren. This is unusual for Kieran. Normally he's up ahead the fields, in the lead normally, or at least up in with the podiums, but he's struggling in that Subaru. Maybe he's got the wrong setup, we don't know yet. Craig is in 8th, Callum's 9th, there's Josh in 10th, and there's Slebby in 11th with Dalby at the back. Oh, Oggie's off. That was a spin by Oggie. Oh, it's been reset again. Unbelievable. Oh dear. We'll have a look at the replay of that, potentially, to see what happens. On board with Oggie then as he comes down into the first chicane. Let's see what happened. Was there any contact? No. I braked himself as well. Fortunately, and he spins out. There's Josh now trying to make up his positions, and he's off on the gravel and he's spun it. Josh Hardy is really struggling now. We'll have a little look at the replay of that as well. So on board with Josh then as he comes over way too quick into the chicane, loses the rear end and spins out. That's a shame for Josh. But I don't quite understand Josh, and maybe he's got a wrong setup as well. He seems to be spinning out a little bit, although it could just be down to frustration. Callum Baker is now in 7th position. This is strong for Callum. As I say that, straight into the gravel. But yeah, this isn't too bad for Callum. We've seen him in the Gran Turismo League in the past, with the JLGTC, which unfortunately wasn't hosted on YouTube. But Callum was racing in a GT3 Subaru, and unfortunately he really struggled with the car and was at the back of the grid. But it's good to see him back and doing a bit better in this Subaru. Hopefully he can get some better results. So Darren Parker and Nico now fighting for 5th and 6th as they come down to the first chicane. Darren brakes, and I think he's overdone it. Yep, he's gone off there. Oh, there's contact, and he spun it. Darren has spun it. Kieran's off as well. Oh, it's all kicking off. What's happened to Kieran? I think he's also Oggie's off the track. Maybe there's some oil down on the track. We're not sure, but Kieran down in 10th position. He's going to be really frustrated with that. So Darren goes down into the chicane and goes a bit wide, and unfortunately as he comes back on the track there is Nico and there's contact, so which ultimately makes Darren spin. Oh, Josh cut the corner there. Stewards will be looking at things like that, potentially giving warnings and penalties. Maybe the first race of the season they'll get away with it a little bit, just because it's new. People are getting used to the cars and the circuit and racing. This is good for Rob, a 4th position. Rob showed some concerns about the pace of the Hyundai early on when he was deciding to choose what car. He felt that the straight line speed was lacking compared to the rest of them, and he thought that he would be right at the back of the grid and just there for entertainment. But 4th on his own at the moment is fantastic for Rob. And Callum now in 5th, so this could be a great result for Callum. Let's look at this lead race again then. This is still between Tom and Sam and Craig. Craig is still the one who's leading at the moment. This is fantastic between them. How they've managed to get round for 7 laps so far without going into each other and ruining each other's races is a testament to their ability to play fair, play safe. A bit of Rubbins race in there. Nothing wrong with that as long as it's fair. Tom is pushing now Sam, trying to make him put the pressure on him, to make a mistake. And Sam is back into second as they come down to the third chicane. Then Sam has gone on the inside, and still it's Craig in the lead. So as they come down this back straight, look at the speed, look at the slipstream, zooming past Craig in that Ford Mustang. But Craig will easily get past in a second because he'll get in the slipstream of Sam. There goes Craig. And Craig goes into the first corner with Tom and with Sam. Yes, easy does it. Those two still going down for lap 8 of this race. It'd be fascinating to see what happens with those. Here comes Rob then into the first chicane. Oh, he's gone too far and he's lost it. And that could potentially... Oh no! Contact with Josh Hardy. He's off on the grass. The 4th position's turned into 7th. This is disappointing for Rob. Commentators curse. I spoke earlier and said about how it's good for him to be in 4th, but he's down to 7th. That's really disappointing. Here's Josh then. He's managed to get back up to 4th. Can he salvage his damage from here for the spin, or the couple of spins he's had early on, with the 2 Team 5 Promar VWs in the background there. Let's watch from Darren's view. He's got straight past Josh. And as they go into the 3rd chicane, it's Darren who's got him. And Josh is going to stick right behind Darren to see if he can get into his slipstream. There he goes, and there's Callum. He might be able to stick onto the back of them into the corner. If they take each other out, that will put Callum into 4th position. So no, it's clean, it's safe. So that puts Josh into 4th position now. Can he maintain that? But no, Darren gets back past him. This is fantastic racing. Josh has got him, but has he broke too hard in the corner? No. As he goes round. Oh, there's Callum. Oh, Callum's pushing Darren. That's not great. Let's have a look then. We've got the leader still. Sam Parker is on the gravel, struggling with that car maybe. Looking further down, keeping an eye on these 2 races that are going on between Darren and Josh and the 3 leaders. Josh has got a little bit of a gap now. Can he keep it? To be a good result for Josh, and it will boost him right to the top of the independents, put him straight into the lead and put him into a good position for the main overall title. As I said, only 4 races with this, 4 events, but 3 races per event with a reverse grid on the 3rd race, and this means that overall there'll be 12 races, so there'll be enough over 4 events. Someone's got going off. Oh no, they're all doing okay. So here comes Josh again on the outside. It's still Josh and Darren for 4th and 5th. This is a fantastic battle between the 2. Josh keeps it again. Looks like Josh has just got the upper hand. He seems to be in the lead majority of the time. Or it could just be that Darren is holding and waiting for the right moment. And Darren's taken it down the straight. He's got the slipstream, but Josh is going to go back into the slipstream, potentially going in the first corner, into the first chicane. He's got him. And Josh has got it. He's outbraked himself. He has. He's done it again. Oh, he's reset himself, and that's going to put him back now. That's disappointing for Josh. Up in the lead now, we've got Tom, we've got Craig, and we've still got Sam. Oh, but what's happened to Sam? Sam's off! Sam's off the circuit, he's in the gravel. He's lost it. Oh, Sam, what happened? He gets going. But that was a mistake by Sam, potentially. He went wide, and I think he's gone into the gravel on his own. I don't think there was any contact. Let's have a little look at the replay then to see if there was any contact. So let's have a look at this from Sam's point of view inside the car. Oh yeah, I think he's just hit the grass and spun out. No, so unfortunately no contact there for Sam, but still in third. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up now with the leaders, but it's still going to be a good result for Sam if he stays there. So the top two now for the last 2 laps is Craig and Tom. Oh, Tom goes a little bit wide. I think maybe the guys are starting to feel it a little bit after the length of the race. It is 12 laps for each of these races, 20 minutes overall, so for the likes of Spa the race laps will change. Tom goes on the inside of Craig, car goes across the curb, and he's taken the lead. So Craig, you see the slipstream, oh, a little bit all over the place as they go into the chicane. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Craig. He's got it. But you'll probably see Tom come back on the inside now. No, I don't think he has. Oh, Craig's going slightly wide. Oh, Tom's got him. Oh, but Tom's gone wide as well. This is fantastic. Ever-changing positions. As we keep an eye on these two. Into the third chicane. Craig has got the advantage here, but Tom will come up in the slipstream, no doubt. He's got him on the inside as he goes up to overtake him. No, Tom stays safe and stays behind. Let's keep an eye. We've got Sam on his own now in third after that disappointing spin, but I think he'll still be happy with third, even though he could have fought for the win. There's Darren. Looks like we've got D2 Renaults for third and fourth at the moment, and if it stays this way, this is going to be a great points haul for the 2 Renaults. And an early start into the lead of the team's championship. Further down the grid, we've got Slebby in 5th at the moment. This will be good for Slebby. I think he'll be happy with that. And Nico in 6th. If they keep these positions, it will be a good result for them. Here's Callum in 7th. This will be good for Callum if he stays here. He's having a battle with Rob Pellet in 8th position. And who's that? That's off. That is, I think that was Nico. Yep, Nico has been off. So Nico has lost his 6th position to Callum and Rob. And Rob and Callum are fighting for 6th and 7th now. As they go into the next corner, to this second chicane. Oh, this is looking interesting from here. Battling out. There's Nico. Oh, Callum's off. No. Callum Baker is off in the gravel. And he's down to 10th. That's such a disappointment. Let's go up to the leaders then. There's Darren, there's Sam in 3rd. The 2 leaders are coming up to the final bend. It's Craig in the lead, but Tom's behind him. Let's have a look. Let's follow it from Tom's perspective. He's behind him. Is he going to catch him? No, he doesn't. Craig Kellett takes the win then. And Tom will take second. A fantastic race between those two. Sam Parker will take third. Here comes Darren Parker. It's going to be a good fall for him. I think he's been on his own for a little while, so at least he'll be happy with a good result. Fifth is Slebby Sven, a good result for him. And here comes Josh. He's just ahead of Nico and Bobbert. And Bobbert and Nico are being put... Oh, Bobbert's in the wall. Oh, that's... I don't think Bobbert's going to be too happy with that. Further down, we've had Kieran, who finished in 9th. Callum finished in 10th. And Craig is going to come away with 11th, with Dalby in 12th. Fastest lap then is Darren Parker, so he'll get an extra point. What an exciting first race that was.